Hey guys, welcome back to another AWS cost optimization video. In last video, we spoke about how you can save money by using RIs. If you missed that video, please go back and watch it, and I'll provide the link of the video in the description below. So, if we talk about compute, every type of compute, like being it EC2 or Fargate or Lambda, they have the on-demand rate. Whenever you launch an EC2 instance, by default, the price you pay is on on-demand price. One of the way you can save money over on demand is by purchasing RA, which we discussed in the last video as well. So what else you can do? What are the other ways you can uh, save some money? The one way you can do it by purchasing a saving plan. So in today's video, we'll talk about what saving plans are, how you can purchase it, how it will help you in saving the cost in your organization or on demand, and how they are different from others. So let's get started. So, what are saving plans? Saving plan is a flexible pricing model that helps you to save up to 72% on EC2, Amazon EC2, Fargate, and Lambda. Yes. So, it covers all your compute as of at the time of recording, like EC2, Fargate, and Lambda, whatever you use, it will be covered under your saving plan. These saving plans are launched in 2019 November timeframe, so they're pretty new as compared to RI. So like in RI, whenever you make a commitment, you have to make a commitment to use a specific instance type for a period of 1 year or 3 years. But in saving plan, you have to make a commitment to use a specific amount of compute power over a 1 or 3 period. So what does that mean? Like in saving plan, you will make a commitment that I will be spending $50 per hour for on my compute resources for 1 year or 3 year. And then your discount will apply to your compute resources accordingly. I will be talking and will give you an example how discounts are applied on your compute later in the video, but that's how you have to make a commitment that how much money you will be spending over an year per hour basis for your compute resource. So guys, there are two types of saving plans. One is compute saving plan, another one is EC2 instance saving plan. With compute saving plan, you get most flexibility and you get a maximum of 66% discount over on-demand rate. When we say most flexibility, that means with the compute saving plans, irrespective of what kind of instance family you're using, what instance size you're using, in which region you're launching your instance, what operating system or tenancy you're using, it doesn't matter. Anywhere you launch at EC2 instance in your account, saving plan will kick off and will provide you discount. It also covers the compute saving plan also cover Fargate and the Lambda users as well. So that's why it's called the compute because it cover EC2, Fargate, and Lambda. Another thing is compute saving plan. I just wanted to tell you that does not provide you any reservation. If you need a reservation for your compute uh, for your EC2, you can do it as part of your on demand, and on that you will get discounted price as well as part of your saving plan. Second one is the EC2 instance saving plan. EC2 instance saving plan provide maximum of 72% of on demand discount, but it does not provide the flexibility the way compute saving plans are providing. With the EC2 instance saving plan, you have to choose a specific instance family in a particular region, but it gives you flexibility of that you can choose any size you have within that instance family. You can have any operating system or any tenancy. So it gives you a little bit of flexibility, but not at that level which compute saving can provide. So this is the difference between compute and EC2 saving plan. Now, if we talk about what is the difference between saving plans and RI, because if we talk about EC2 instance type, it looks somewhere similar to RI, but the only difference, if you see, in that you have to, in the RI, you have to choose what operating system you want. You also need to specify what tenancy you want to choose. Only flexibility you are getting there is related to the size. That also specific in terms of the normalization factor which we discussed there. So there is a great table in the documentation which give you a little more clarification about the difference between saving plans and RIs. If you see, compute saving plan is very much flexible. Everything is available. You can choose any instance family, any instance size, any operating system. It's also available for Fargate and Lambda, and you can go to any region. But if you go with the EC2 instance saving plan, uh, the only thing flexibility you have that you can go with any instance size uh, and any operating system. But with convertible or standard RI, you don't get these kind of flexibility. So that's the difference between two saving plans and how they differ from your RI. So guys, now let's see how the pricing work for saving plan. I'm in the AWS documentation for the saving plan pricing. You can see that there are four different options are there. You can choose from EC2 saving plan, compute saving plan, and then you can see the pricing for Fargate. So let's see with the compute saving plan. Like I mentioned that you can choose a term from 1 year to 3 year, like we had in RI. And again, you have a payment option of you can provide all of upfront, partial upfront, and no upfront. So your discount will vary based on what options you are choosing. So let's see if we go with the no upfront option in US East 1 and for the Linux platform with the shared tenancy. My M5 large instance type, the on-demand price is 0.096. But if I purchase a saving plan, so it will be discounted and I have to pay only 0.071%. So there's a straight away uh, saving of 26% on compared to or as compared to on-demand price. So if you have a lot of EC2 workload going on in your environment or in your workload or in your account, if you purchase a saving plan and you know that you will be running maybe worth of $100 per hour compute resources you'll be running, if you purchase that, so you will get straight away 26 or 27% of discount based on your instance type. And like I mentioned that for compute, it can go up to 66%. So if I choose the all upfront, so you can say you can get 31% discount on M5 large. And that discount number varies based on what type of instance type you're using, in which region, and all those things. Similarly, if we go to the EC2 instance saving plan for the same instance type, and if I go with the all upfront with the Linux, you can see you can get 42% of saving. But in that, you know that you are not getting the flexibility. You have to stick with the particular instance type, family, and in a particular region. So now how the discount applies to your instance type. So suppose you make a commitment that I will be paying around $10 per hour. Uh, you're making that commitment for compute saving plan. So what does that it mean? So that means that suppose you are running M5 large instance type, whose saving plan rate is 0.066, and for $10 to reach to $10, you can run, let's divide it by, you can run 151 approximately instances for 1 hour, and all of them will be charged at a discounted price of the saving plan at the rate of 0.066. Suppose now you're running 200 M5 large instances. So first 151.51 instances will be charged at the rate of 0.066. After that, the remaining 49, approximately 49 instances will be charged at the rate of 0.096. So that's how it works. That means that okay, first $10 worth of compute will be covered by your saving plan rate, and after the $10 worth is completed, the remaining will be covered by your on-demand rate. And the other flexibility you get, you can have multiple type of instance families like M4, M5, R4, C5. So the combination of all of whatever you're running, the price is coming after the discount. So it will go till $10. Once the $10 is completed, after that it will start billing you on the rate of on demand rate. So that's how your price is calculated when you picking up any saving plan as compared to on demand. So guys, now we understood that how the billing work, how the pricing work for the saving plan. Another thing I wanted to let you know that how the discounts are applied in your bill. So what AWS does, first they take out all the zonal RIs. If you have any zonal RI in your account, they take out all those discounts. Then they go to the regional RIs to make sure that all the discounts are applied. After that, the EC2 compute saving plan discounts are applied, followed by compute saving plan. And if anything is remaining, that will be billed at the rate of on demand. So to give an example, suppose in your account you have a zonal RI for M5 large, M5 instance family, M5 large. So first it will make sure that all the M5 instances running will be covered by your RI, whatever it can cover. Then if you have any regional RI, suppose you have for again for M5 only. So it, whatever the remaining discount is will be covered by that. After that, your EC2 compute saving plan will kick off on the remaining compute resources. Suppose you have for M4 large EC2 compute saving, so it will apply to that. If your number of hours commitment is still lesser than the compute, then your compute saving plan will kick off and it will start applying that one. And if whatever is remaining will be covered by your on-demand rates. Uh, Another thing I wanted to let you know that when you purchase the saving plan, you can purchase it in your particular single account, or you can purchase it from your payer account. So whenever you purchase it from your payer account, it will the saving plan will cover all your account under your organization. It does not just stick to a particular account. Or you can buy a saving plan for a particular account within your organization, and then you can get a choice that you want to apply saving plan only to that particular account, or you want to extend that saving plan to the all other accounts as well. So you have that kind of flexibility that you can restrict your saving plan to a particular account type or particular account, or you can extend and have get the flexibility of kind of saving on all the accounts in your saving plan. So guys, now we understood that what are the saving plans, how they differ from RIs, what are the different types of saving plan, and how you can utilize them to save some money in your organization. Now let's see that where you can find some recommendation or how you can find it out that what is the amount you should make commitment to save some money. So I'm in AWS Cost Explorer. Under saving plans, you will see a recommendation uh, where you will see all the recommendation based on your users in your account. And that will tell you that how much you should spend or how much commitment you should do it. If you have an organization, then I would suggest you go to your payer account and do it from there because that will cover you your all the accounts uses and give you a better recommendation instead of going to a single account. So on this page, you will see that option that what type of saving plan you want to purchase, compute or EC2. Based on that, it will provide you the recommendation, and it asks you what recommendation option are you looking at, 3 year, 1 year, all upfront, or what time payment option you would like to go. And it also asks you based on how much data. So what does that mean based on past data means like if you choose 7 days that it will take the last 7 days of compute from your accounts and give you a recommendation based on that data. While calculating the recommendation, it excludes any RI covered EC2 instances or any sport instances. Those are excluded because they are already at the discounted price. So it does not include those and provide a recommendation or purely on-demand compute users. Similarly, you can choose 30 days or 60 days based on how much past data you are choosing. It provide you the recommendation based on that. So here you will see a recommendation. It will show you the current monthly on demand spend, how much you are spending right now. And after the recommendation, if you purchase the recommendation, then how much you will be spending monthly and how much saving you will be having after you purchase that particular recommendation. And here on the bottom, it will provide you all the recommendation that how much commitment you should do it. So there, this is the page where you get all the recommendation, and based on that, you can go ahead and purchase the saving plans. Now, to purchase the saving plan, you have to go in the Cost Explorer only on the same page. There's an option called Purchase Saving Plans. There you can choose what type of saving plan you want to choose, compute or EC2. For compute, you just need to provide for how many years, 1 year, 3 year, and USD amount like $15, $50, $100, whatever commitment you want to do, and how you want to pay the price. So suppose I'm saying $50, so all upfront, so it's asking me $438,000 I have to pay. If I say no upfront, then I have to pay monthly this much amount, and partial it will give me some upfront and remaining in the installment. So that's how you can purchase the saving plan. And for the EC2 saving plan, like we mentioned, you have to provide a region and the instance family. So you choose in which region you want to purchase and what instance family. And based on that, how much commitment you want to do, you can purchase the saving. So that's all about the saving plans, guys. If you have any question regarding saving plan, please feel free to put a comment and I'll be happy to answer your question.